everyone. Today we're going to be learning about how to use Google Calendar. So go ahead, find Google Calendar on your iPad and open it up, and I'm going to show you how to make your class schedule today. Alright, so when you open up Google Calendar, you might have to sign in. So there's a little circle in the top right corner, and you can sign in with your Google account. Go ahead and type in your email and your password. And then on the very left corner, there's these three lines, this little menu button. Push that, and then I want you to change the calendar to the week view so we can see the whole week. Now your calendar's not going to have anything on it. Mine has a bunch of stuff on it. But here's what we want to do. We're going to turn on all of the calendars for your classes, because all of your classes that use Google Classroom, they have all the assignments put into your Google Calendar. So any of your due dates that you have in Classroom will show up if you turn these on. So go to those three lines again, and then scroll down to the left. And you can see I have all of these. These are all the classes I have. So I'm not going to turn mine on because I have too many. I don't need to, but I want you to go ahead and find all the classes you're currently in right now and push those little check marks and turn those on. When you do that, you'll start seeing your assignments show up in class or in Google Calendar, especially the due dates you have. Okay, once you're done with that, we're going to set up your class schedule. So I've got mine in here already for all the classes that I teach. You're going to set up yours for the classes that you go to. So I'm going to turn these off actually so that we can see what we're doing here. Okay, so we've got our week calendar showing up right here. So let's start with Monday. I want you to figure out what's the first class you go to on Monday. And I want you to tap right around the time on Monday that you have it. So right around 9 a.m., right? So tap right there and you get this little dialog box. Okay, first thing is you're going to write down which bell it is. I'm just going to write first bell. And then what is the class you have? You can write in whatever you have here. I'm just going to write science for fun. Okay. Next thing you see, it says all day. So we could turn this into an all day class. We're not going to, but this is useful if you have something that's all day, like an all day event. So next, I want you to put in the time it starts and the time it ends. So go ahead and adjust the time for when it starts and ends. You want to make sure these two dates right here are the same date and the correct date, so for Monday. Okay, next box here lets you choose which calendar that your event shows up on. So you'll only have one calendar right now. You just have your school email. But in the future, when you're older, you might have different emails, you might have different calendars that you want to show up. So maybe you have a work calendar and a personal calendar. Okay. The next box here is add people. We're not going to use this one right now, but this one is fun if you need to add a guest or if you need to add someone else that's invited to the event. So if you're making a birthday party or something where you want your friends to come to, you would use this. Video conferencing, you would set that up if you want to have a Google Meet link for people to use, like a video chat link. We're not going to use that today. Location, if you want, you can put in, say, St. Ignatius School. If you start typing it in, it will bring up some options here. So you could do that if you want. You really don't have to, though. But this is useful if you have somewhere you have to be and you want other people to know where it is you're supposed to meet. Okay, underneath location, we have a reminder. So you can set a reminder for this event, so 10 minutes before or 2 hours before. You don't have to do this one, but if you want to, you can. It'll just give you a little alert at the top of your screen before that class. Okay, next, you can change the color of the event. You can pick any color you want, doesn't matter. Description, you can skip this, but this would be if you're describing what the event is about. An attachment would be if you want to add a file that you want people to see who are going to that event. Calendar default, so this is the visibility of the event. Is it a private event or public? Just leave it at calendar default, don't change that. And the bottom part, available and busy, don't change that, just keep that as it is. Okay, so we finished our first event. Let's push save, and there we go. Now it's on there. Now let's scroll to the right and look at the next week. Well, wait a minute, that class isn't there anymore. I need it to be there every Monday, right? So let's go back in here and push the pencil button and edit it. We're gonna choose to have it repeat over and over again. So go to more options. Okay, so right now it says does not repeat. Let's push that, and we're gonna push custom. We're gonna make it repeat every week on Monday. Unless you have this class multiple days, then you can choose to repeat it multiple days. Maybe it's every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's up to you. I'm gonna make mine repeat on Monday. You do it for whatever your class is. And then down at the bottom it says does not end. So we're gonna change that to end on the last day of school. So we're gonna choose on a date. Okay, we're gonna go all the way to the end of the year, Friday, June 2nd. Okay, done. All right, so now my event should repeat every Monday, the same time, all the way until June 2nd, the last day of school. Save. Okay, now let's look at it, and look, every week it shows up, just like that. We're going to do the same thing for every class you've got. And before we do the rest of them, let's look at some of the other settings in Google Classroom. So if I want to change the month, I can just kind of scroll left and right over here. If I want to look at my entire calendar for the whole month, I can push month right here, and I can see all of my classes. I'm going to turn mine back on so you can see what that looks like. So here's my very busy schedule. Okay, if I want to just see the day, I can choose that. Now I can see all my classes during the day. If I need to get to the exact day, like maybe I'm on the wrong day, I push this little calendar button in the top right corner, and I'm back on today's date. You can also change to week or day or month or schedule, which is kind of like a big scrolling calendar you can just scroll through. Okay, so once you have all of your classes put in to your Google Calendar, it's all filled up Monday through Friday, and they repeat every day you have them until the end of the year, then you are finished with today's assignment. And what I want you to do is take a screenshot of your screen and turn that into Google Classroom. Here's how to do that. On your iPad, you've got your home button, right? Push that and then your lock button on the top of the iPad at the same time. There you go. Now you've got a screenshot. If you tap on it, you can tap on the little square with an arrow coming out of it, and you can tap on Google Classroom. Right here. All right, let me know if you have questions, and good luck.